we are labeled as misinformation. Yet there are people that can sit on a high court and spread blatantly false information and get away with it.
Oh, I love Tomi Lahren. I hope we are best friends someday. But this is making it difficult for that relationship to bud. Tomi Lahren is talking about a moment that happened during oral arguments over the vaccine mandate for private companies the other day. Justice Sotomayor interrupted and said that there are 100,000 children in serious condition, many of them on ventilators. Tomi lost her mind. It's not like wildly factually incorrect. Essentially, she said 100,000 kids are seriously ill. 82,000 kids have been hospitalized with COVID since August 1st. That's a lot of kids going to the hospital. But in terms of like the daily amount right now who are hospitalized and on ventilators with COVID, 7-day average is about 800. Those are the facts of the case. Another fact of the case, Tomi Lahren is so annoying. She's on this show, which, let's be honest, who are these hosts? They look like the people on a newscast in a movie where they just had to hire actors to pretend they were part of a newscast. They have names like Heather Wilkerbones and like Chent Flopperton. Here, I'm Heather Wilkerbones and Chent Flopperton reporting live from Fox News. This is actually Fox and Friends First, which is like the early show. You know how like the JV team plays before the varsity team on Friday? This is them. And Tomi Lahren is their guest. They get to have Tomi. I'd love to pick apart every little bit. Let's play some back.
But can we imagine for a moment if there was a conservative who spread this kind of misinformation?
We gotta imagine if there was a conservative. The Washington Post had this tracker of how much Trump lied during his administration. And the number, I knew it was high, but I didn't realize it was 30,573. So like Sonia Sotomayor was like factually incorrect once. If Trump has it bad with the media, like maybe he just has it 30,000 times worse because he earned it. But more from Tomi.
Especially a conservative who sits on the high court, the liberals would have a field day with it.
So I don't know if this guy had a field day with it or if he's liberal or conservative. I don't care. But Radley Balco, fake name at the Washington Post, pointed out all the times that people on the high court have been totally wrong. And frequently it's conservatives. In 2002, Justice Anthony M. Kennedy cited a pop psychology magazine's claim that 80% of sex offenders go on to reoffend. The actual number is around 35. Also, the court continues to rely on a bad study from 1963 about police officers killed during traffic stops, proven wrong. In a 2011 ruling, Justice Clarence Thomas claimed professional discipline by bar associations sufficient to deter prosecutorial misconduct. Overwhelming evidence is that brazen misconduct is rarely punished at all. Wrong. In a 2006 majority opinion, Justice Antonin Scalia argued that evidence obtained after an illegal no-knock raid should not be thrown out, in no small part because a, quote, new professionalism had taken root in policing that would deter officers from committing such violations in the future. Wrong. Also, what? You just made that up. You can't invent a term. I call it new professionalism. In a 2011 opinion, Justice Samuel A. Alito wrote that 88% of private sector employers conduct background checks on potential hires. That was false. Justice Kennedy cited a statement from an anti-immigration group that undocumented immigrants commit a disproportionate number of felonies. That claim wasn't true, and it has been thoroughly refuted since. False. So it happens a lot, and really nobody calls it out. So hypocrisy? No, people just don't listen to the Supreme Court. That's what happens. Here's another amazing moment from her.
Well, the double standard is the only standard of the left, and especially the leftist media.
Dude, the double standard is the only standard in humanity. Everybody does it. You're telling me the right has no double standards? It does. Here are some. AOC's not allowed to talk about sexuality. But Donald Trump's allowed to say, I want to grab her by the... Go f a porn star. Talk about his daughter being a hottie patati with a bang little body. She is. We all are attracted to Ivanka. I don't care what you say. Even when she's dressed like a bed and breakfast in the country, it's fine with you guys. Best president ever. Here's another one. When it comes to fighting for gender equality, you guys say gender doesn't matter. But then spend the rest of the day transfixed on trans penises and trans vaginas. Like, I need to see your pee-pee before you can use the bathroom. Because you're obsessed. It does matter to you. Your words. They say the left is full of cancel culture snowflakes. Come on now. You've tried to cancel literally everything. Gay people, entire races, Nikes, people who take knees. You lose your mind over someone kneeling. Oh, you guys are so free speech, but then you won't let teachers teach what actually happened in history. No, you are snowflakes. You can't handle it. They call BLM rioters and looters. But when the MAGA crowd storms the seat of democracy in America, literally showing what they looted from Nancy Pelosi's office. Just tourists having a nice little day. Cool tour. Got a souvenir. They don't support a woman's right to choose. But the moment we're talking about vaccines, my body, my choice. My body, my choice. And also regarding abortion, you say that you value innocent life, then you want to spit COVID in my face at El Pollo Loco because you're like, I'm not gonna wear a mask. This meme told me it's the law. And the list goes on. So don't tell me that it's only on one side. But this is the part that gets me the most. This might be the biggest hypocrisy.
When they're blatantly spreading misinformation they're not held accountable for, that affects everyday Americans.
The right's favorite president in the history of this country said this.
So supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light. Supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And then I see the disinfectant injection inside or almost a cleaning.
Told us we should inject bleach in our bodies. I feel like there's a little bit of a double standard there. Gets me every time. The last thing I'll say about it is this. He also attacks people for science evolving.
It doesn't apply to Lord COVID whisperer Dr. Anthony Fauci. It doesn't apply to any of them because they can simply say that the science has evolved.
Now listen, there's a lot wrong that's been said along the way. But you and I, we all should probably evolve our opinion based on new facts coming in. You can't begrudge people for changing their conclusions as they get new information. Because if you cling to your bad takes just because they were your first takes, you're a moron. And clinging to old takes, no matter how sucky they were, isn't that what conservatism's all about? That's it. All right. Vaccines reduce mortality. It means they kind of make you immortal. N95 masks reduce transmission. Staying away from people is always a good idea. Even if it's not medically sound, I just like it. And I'm pretty sure you don't care about facts either. You just say stuff to people so they'll think they're smart. Bye.